Hey guys, so today is 7 on Sunday. You know, I get so excited every time I get to do one of these videos because I get to talk about things that are exciting. Because there is a point to my video that I actually get to talk about and I get to mention books for that topic. It's so much fun. You know, I really have no idea what I just said. I'm just excited because today I get to talk about books that made me angry. And you can either have a topic in the book that makes you angry or the book overall makes you angry, because today I'm just talking about books that suck. That also made me angry because that is just how I feel. I've been so excited to film this one for so long, and I have to put a disclaimer that if any of these are your favorite books, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get really fired up about how much I hate these books, and I'm excited for this video. Also guys, all the links are gonna be down below for everything, and hopefully by now you know what 7 on Sunday is, but this is a group run by G-Swizzel, and it's all about talking about a theme every week, and the Goodreads page has all the themes, and we get to talk about our 7 favorite or least favorite of a certain topic. But I'm excited for this video, so let's get into it. Oh mate, you should know how much I hate this book already because I always mention it, and this is like the top tier of books that shit me, and that is this whole trilogy of the Stormglass, whatever it's called, by Marie V. Schneider. And I like honestly can't, because I loved Poison Study as a book. It is honestly so good. I love the idea of her training to be an assassin and having Vanek or Varric or whatever his name is being that like assassin dude, even though he's like 80 years older than her, which was a bit weird. But I love the whole dynamic of this book. But as you go through the next 8 books in this world, it gets so shit. So number 1 is top tier, stop reading. That is my honest opinion, is you read the first one, don't continue on because it gets bad. So the first trilogy is the best thing about this, but then this is the middle trilogy about what's the name, Opal. This is about Opal, and then the next trilogy is continuers of Yelena. Is that her name? Is it Yelena and Valak? I can't even remember their names because it's been so long, but there's 6 books about them, and then this is the middle series that cuts up that trilogy, and it annoys me because the main love interest, Devon, is an absolute asshole. It is so bad, just so bad that I can't deal, and there's a stupid love triangle and she's just dumb. The whole trilogy is dumb, and honestly, like, I don't really know if I want to completely say the main reason because I have said it before in other videos, but I have realized now it can be a trigger warning for people, so I don't really fully want to say it because of all the bad things he does to her. And he does literally spend the first book torturing her, and then he pretends to be someone else, and then she sleeps with him, and then it's not him, and then some other stuff happens, and I just, and how does he just become a good person where he's just like, oh, I was a bad guy, but then I met you and I love you now and I want to be good, like I can't anymore. I just can't, and I just don't read them, they suck. Okay, one that definitely a lot of people like is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I can't, just because of the bullying and how awful these people are to Jude, but Jude also is quite annoying with the whole, oh yes, I'm all stabby, and I'm just like, no you aren't. And it's so predictable, and it's just so annoying, and I have a full review. I honestly feel like I need to watch my book review for this again because I feel like I got really ranty about this book, but I just can't deal with the bullying because I was bullied as a child, so reading books where they get bullied, but then she's like, oh, it's all good, mate, I love you. It's not all good. It really is not. And apparently people said it gets better in The Wicked King, so hopefully there is less bullying. Like, tell me, is there less bullying where they just treat her like shit? Because I don't think I'm going to enjoy it, and I bought the whole trilogy because I'm a dumbass, but I will read it, but I still can't get over how angry this book makes me. The next one is one that I read early on in like my booktube life. So this is like an OG hated book of my like booktube because I would have mentioned it a lot when I first started, but I haven't talked about it for a while, and that is Betrothed by Winda Wiltshire, because this book was so bad. The main character, Amy, she like has all these weird allergies, but when she goes to this fairyland she doesn't have allergies anymore, and then there's this main character, Leith, and their relationship was just weird and I really didn't like it, and the whole time she just wants to have sex with him, which is totally fine, but when it's on every single page that all she can think about is having sex with him, and then he keeps telling her, no, I don't want to, and she's like, yeah, we have to. No, that's not consent. Like, it just shits me, and it's just such a dumb book. And then there's this other guy that she loves, and apparently this has like 6 books in it. I read the first 2 because I don't know why I continued on, because this was when I was still in my hazy I love everything that I ever read, so I'm not really critical. So for in that phase, for me to hate this book so much meant it was really bad, because not that I hate on books so much, but I do know how to be critical when I'm reading books now to tell if it's going to be good or if it's going to be shit, because I have read so much and I am used to doing reviews now, that if I read this book now, I don't think I could cope, but everything about it just annoyed me. So the next book is one that I unhauled, and you hopefully will know, but it is Scala by A.C. Gorgon. And mate, the ironic thing about this is the year that I read this book was the same year I read Rain the Earth. So Rain the Earth was my favorite book, and then another book by this author was my least favorite book. Like, what even is that? Again, I have a whole review about this where I go to the bloody rant page about this book because one, the writing made no sense, the love triangle was stupid, and honestly everything about the main character pissed me off. Like, it pissed me off so bad that I unhauled the whole trilogy. Like, it's like a Robin Hood retelling, even though Robin Hood is a character and she's the other character Maid Marian or some shit, and like, it's just like, I can't, like, it's just such a bad book. I just can't cope with how much I didn't like this book, and I knew I had a lot more reasons, but it's been so long since I actually did read this book. I will leave every book review that I filmed for any of these books if you want to actually see more of my thoughts, so they will be down below as well with all my other links. This is such a bad book. Next I want to talk about Evermore by Sarah Holland, and I just want to mention this one because this is the sequel in this duology, and it was really bad when I really enjoyed the first book. I think the first book was like in my top 3 of the year that I read it because I had so much fun. The idea of you get currency from time and you take the time from blood of people, so if you drain people then they die, and so like obviously poor people don't have much money because they try to drain their blood but they can't get enough money, and all the rich people take the money from the poor people, so it's like a whole system and dynamic here. But coming into the second book, it was just dumb. Like, this really only worked in the first book and it was really exciting, but then you find out all this info at the end of that book and then it follows on with this book and it was just stupid, and I just had not a lot of fun with it. And this is the most recent book that made me really angry, so I would have mentioned this in like my disappointed reads list and all that crap, but I can't really go into detail too much about why this book really irritated me because you need to read the first book to understand, but it just kind of flipped 180 and everything was kind of stupid in this one. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Next is one I haven't mentioned for a while, and that is Waterfall by Lauren Kate. This is another sequel to a duology where the first one was pretty good. The worst one is like Teardrop, I think, but this one, I don't understand why this book was a thing, because everything about it changed. All the characters became stupid, and the main character became the villain at the end of the book, and it didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense, and I honestly do not recommend giving this book a go. Like, you can read the first one because it was pretty enjoyable, but this one sucked. Like, honestly, what is with that with duology sometimes? Like, the first book's amazing, but then they can't carry on the story to the next one and it just doesn't work. Another one I totally could have put on this list is the Crown's Game sequel, which is The Crown's Fate, because the first book was great with the whole magical battle, but then the second book was stupid. It was so stupid. That is just an honorable mention that I just wanted to recommend, but really, don't pick these up. Just don't pick it up, because it didn't really work for me and I'm just annoyed. And the last book I want to mention on my list is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton, because this book was so boring. It took me 6 months to read this book, and I would try and read like a page and I'd be like, oh, I can't deal. And people rave about this book, and it was like so boring, and everything about it bored me to death, and I just didn't give a shit. I just had nothing for this book, and honestly I should have DNF'd it, but I forced myself to read it over 6 months, and I don't even know why I still own this, because I don't like it. It was just dumb, and this is one of those ones that I read because I wanted to read more of a historical fiction type book, and this one was recommended to me, so I bought it like early days in my YouTube channel and everything, and I just hated it. So this is my stack of books that just shitted me. Like, I don't know why I still own so many of them. Like, obviously you keep them around because you can mention in videos where you hate them, which doesn't make it seem good, but that's what booktubers do sometimes. Damn, I'm like really feeling riled up now. Like, I'm ready to go. Need to get some gym work done in this state. It sometimes feels so refreshing just to talk about other feelings besides loving a book. So hopefully you guys enjoy my videos, and please don't be offended by any of my opinions. Hopefully you are not, because I felt like ranting today, but please let me know some of the books that annoyed the shit out of you. And I also do just enjoy going through all the videos for these 7 on Sunday every week to see what other people thought of these themes as well. So I'm really excited to see what everyone does for this theme. But anyway guys, thanks so much for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!